Hi there, welcome to the second part of my data science roadmap video guys. In the first part, I talked about first three important skills you need to cover in order to become data scientist, right? So the first step was about programming language guys. Now out of more than 9,000 programming languages out there, we have chosen Python as our programming language for data science profession. Now there is a reason behind it which I shared in the last video guys. You can check that out. Second step was about a skill which every data analytics professional need to have and is actually a bread and butter for every one of them. That is Microsoft Excel guys. The third step was further split into three sub-steps guys. The first sub-step was data collection in which we talked about SQL language. Second step was about data cleaning in which we talked about like missing value treatment, outlier treatment and much more. Then the third sub-step was about data wrangling or data manipulation guys, which covers topics like feature engineering, data transformation, different type of operations you perform on the data set and exploratory data analysis, right? So these are the three steps we already talked in the first part guys. I would recommend go and check out that particular video and then come here so that you can understand the further steps in a better way. Okay, so one request guys, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Okay, fourth step in our data science roadmap guys is data visualization, which is new. Now through data visualization guys, we try to get insight out of the data. Now imagine that we have 10,000 of rows in Excel sheet. Can we get any insight out of it? No, right? Directly we can't because that's not how our brain works. We always think in terms of images. So that is why we need to create good graphs or charts from the data so that our brain can analyze it and get insight out of it, right? So that is why data visualization is very popular among data scientists and it's a daily job in our day-to-day work guys. Okay, so it's frequently used, as you know, like for example, if I want to invest in a particular stock of a company, then I create line chart, right? And then I try to understand whether the stock price is going up, going down, or it's going sideways. For example, like histogram. Histogram in statistics we use to understand the distribution of the variable, whether it is left skewed, whether it is right skewed, whether it is normally distributed, right? Very common use of histogram. Similarly, in machine learning, as we have already discussed in data cleaning part, guys, outlier treatment. Now, to identify the outliers, whether they are present in a particular variable or not, we use box plot. We generally call it as 5 summary plot as well because it tells you about 5 number summary, right? So there is an application of every visualization technique we have. Now, all these techniques you have to learn, guys. So now there are a lot of visualization techniques like KDE charts, box plot, bar chart, scatter plot. Now in the comment section guys, write why do we use scatter plot? This is a common question just to understand whether we are on the same page or not guys, right? So why do we use scatter plot in data science? Just write that in the comment section. Okay, so these are the visualization techniques guys you have to learn. Now most of the time we will be performing the analysis in Python itself, right? Like we discussed in last video guys. Now similarly in the continuation of that analysis you have to perform data visualization in Python itself. So now to do that in Python we have different libraries guys. All the things are being covered in the Python. So for the basic library which is used for visualization is matplotlib guys. Okay, and to create more attractive charts, there is a library Seaborn which is built on top of matplotlib guys. So these two libraries are the basics one. You can actually use them. Okay. Now apart of these two libraries, there are more libraries to create interactive charts or to create advanced charts, right? Like Bouquet library or Plotly library. You can also learn about them, but for beginners, I would recommend matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay, so it's matplotlib and the another one is Seaborn guys. Okay, now that was from the Python perspective guys. Okay, now to create dashboards. So dashboard is another visualization tool guys in which we have a collection of visualization techniques, and to those visualization techniques the user can interact, right? So that is a dashboard, and trust me guys, in every company I have worked upon, they were using dashboards to track the business. Okay, so now there are a lot of dashboard creation tools or visualization tools as per uh, like Tableau, Power BI, ClickView, ClickSense. Lot of visualization tools are there, guys. Now, out of those, what I would suggest or recommend, guys, based on my experience of 6-7 companies, is Tableau, guys. Now, the top three data visualization tools in the market: MS Excel, then Tableau, and then Power BI. These are the three one. Out of these three, Excel anyway you have to learn, right? Which we have already talked about. Now, out of these two, I would suggest go ahead with Tableau, guys. Lot of application. It's a very comprehensive tool for any type of data. You have visualization techniques available in the Tableau, guys. Okay, so I would suggest Tableau. Okay, this is about data visualization, guys. Now these are the topic you have to cover. Now important part is like from where you can get it, from where you can learn about it. There were two videos which I followed from Simply Learn, and I would suggest these two are very comprehensive. Lot of things you will get to learn, and more than enough, guys, to actually learn about data visualization. One, to learn visualization in Python, there is a video. The link I will share in the description. Python data visualization by Simply Learn, and there is another one from the Simply Learn itself for the Tableau, guys. So Tableau tutorial by Simply Learn. So for both of them, the link I will share in the description. And trust me, guys, there is no tie-up in Simply Learn, because I have watched them. I like learned a lot from those two videos. So that's why I am suggesting this. Okay. So definitely you can check it out in the description, guys, for the links. Okay. Now, next step, guys. Fifth one. It's the probability and statistics, guys. I am sure that you would have heard statistics is the backbone of machine learning. And I would say, guys, statistics is the backbone of every data professional. Whether you are a data analyst, business analyst, or you are data scientist, machine learning engineer, any data professional, you need to learn statistics. You cannot escape from it. Okay, so this is the part of mathematics which is being used extensively in the data profession. Okay, so now on this probability and statistics, guys, I have already created one video which I have uploaded few days back, in which I have explained what is statistics for a business problem, how a statistician thinks about it, like how it approach it, right? After that, I discussed about the different type of statistical analysis to cover all the topics which we need to have from the statistics, right, to become data scientist. So now I discussed about there are 5 type of statistical analysis: descriptive statistical analysis, then statistical inference, then differential statistics, and associative statistics, guys. These are the 4. And the fifth one, which is not there in the slide, that is predictive statistical analysis, guys, in which we actually build predictive models like linear regression, logistic regression, much more. So now for this topics, guys, you can check out that video. I'll share that in the description, as well as I'll try to get it as a link also. Okay, so now I'll not spend much time on this. The topics are already being covered in the video. Now, from where you can learn all these topics, guys, from the statistics, subscribe this channel, guys. This is my favorite topic, as I did my master's in statistics. So I will upload a lot of videos to teach you about statistics from the application point of view, industrial applications. I have used statistics in more than 5-6 companies, guys. I have a lot of applications of statistics. That's what I'm going to share through this particular channel, guys. So if you want to learn statistics, then definitely subscribe this channel, guys. And in upcoming 1 or 2 days, guys, I'll upload one video related to the statistics about the sampling technique. So subscribe this channel so that you do not miss any of that video coming in the future. Okay, so definitely these are the 5 topics you need to cover from statistics, guys, and there are further subtopics involved in every topic. Okay, now the next part is the 6th one, guys. So machine learning is where we are trying to make our machines intelligent so that they can learn by themselves. Now there are multiple type of machine learning problems, guys. and all the machine learning algorithms are being classified based on the machine learning problems they are actually solving, right? So now there are three type of machine learning problems out there, like supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, and there is one semi-supervised as well, right? But these are the two most common, guys, for every beginner in data science profession. I would suggest to spend as much time as you can on these two type of problems, guys, supervised and unsupervised. In unsupervised, these are further divided into two types: regression and classification, guys. So in supervised, we pass our input data plus dependent variable which we are predicting, right? And then we will get the output from the algorithm. So this is our supervised machine learning problem. Now which are further divided into regression and classification. If your dependent variable is continuous, let's say house price, right? Or another example we can take is weather forecasting, like temperature prediction, right? Or if I talk about how much customer will spend in like from our company product, on our company product, right? So this is another very important problem. I actually worked in Jubilant Foodworks. So customers spend. So these are different problems for the regression. Why? Because in all of these problems we have target variable as continuous. Now if our target variable is categorical, where we have categories like whether customer will respond or not, right? So here 0 and 1, again it's a categorical variable. Let's say if I talk about whether image recognition problems, right? Or sorry, image classification problem. So where let's say there are 3 or 4 types of data where we have cat, dog, or let's say any other animal, guys, you can actually like elephant or anything, right? So we, let's say we have that data, so it's a classification because we have categories. Dependent variable is a categorical variable, right? Now for regression, guys, we have multiple algorithms which we can use. Similarly for classification also we have lot of algorithms which we can use. So now if I talk about them, so now in case of regression, guys, we use linear regression model. Okay. For classification, we generally use logistic regression. Okay. Statistical models. Now there are variation to linear regression like ridge regression, lasso regression, polynomial regression, and all of that. Now for regression, we can use decision tree. For classification also we can use decision tree. Now there are ensemble models, right? Like ensemble models further divided into 3 types: bagging, boosting, and stacking. So now all those ensemble models, we can use for both the task, classification and regression. In ensemble models, like if I talk about random forest, or which is a bagging model, then boosting model like XGBoost, AdaBoost, CatBoost, all of those models comes under ensemble models, guys. Now for these tasks, we can use neural network also, right? Artificial neural network we can use for this particular, for these tasks, guys. Okay. So these will come under, so all of these models are conventional models. These are conventional ML models, and the models which are derived from artificial neural networks like CNN, RNN, LSTM, all these models which we will talk about in deep learning part. So those models we call them as non-conventional ML models. Okay. So these are about these algorithms are there in supervised machine learning problem, and then you have to learn about them. The name which I have mentioned, those are more than enough to actually learn or to start in the machine learning. There are other algorithms also like KNN which can be used for logistic regression. Similarly, we have SVM. If you can learn about them, you can. That's good, guys. Otherwise, these are more than enough. Linear regression, decision tree, logistic regression, and ensemble models and neural network. Okay, now from the unsupervised, we have further divided into different types. Clustering, where like if I talk about customer segmentation, very common task. Sometimes we actually do the item, or like for news articles, those are on top of them. We also perform clustering. So item segmentation also we can say. These are the common tasks from clustering, guys. So for that we have k-means, k-midoids, lot of clustering techniques are out there. Now when we try to understand the relationship between the products, like when a customer buy product A, what is the probability customer will buy product B also, right? So such kind of problems we try to solve using association rules. Like if I give you an example, on Amazon we have portal, who bought this also bought this. So those kind of recommendations are generated using association rules. And for this we have different algorithms like a priori, and then we have FP growth and like that. Okay. Now dimensionality reduction, again a bigger problem, guys. So lot of time in big data we have lot of columns. Like if I talk about the finance domain, we will have more than thousands of variables. Now can you imagine, like on thousands of variables building our model, as well as like performing the exploratory data analysis? That creates a lot of problems, guys. It will take a lot of time. So for that purpose we actually try to remove the noise variables or noise present in the data, and try to reduce the dimensions or number of variables from the data, right? So this is a very common technique in deep learning problems, as well as like in different sectors also. So like you would have heard about PCA, principal component analysis, then we have factor analysis, we have SVD. All of these techniques are on dimensionality reduction. And finally, guys, reinforcement learning. I would say first spend time on supervised and unsupervised. Once you get comfortable with them, then come to the reinforcement. There are a lot of algorithms for different tasks, guys. It's very commonly used in gaming sector, right? In recommendation also we use, in recommendation we have like multi-armed bandit algorithm, contextual multi-armed bandit algorithm, right? There is a q learning algorithm, guys, r learning. There are again lot of different type of reinforcement algorithms, guys, which you can learn. So I would suggest just spend more time on supervised and unsupervised. Now just to boost the point, guys, from the same data science skill survey 2022, what they have mentioned is, but the feedback given by data professionals, more than 3 out of 4 data science professionals, guys, they use conventional models, which we have already talked, like linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, ensemble models, SPM, and all those on day-to-day basis, right? So you can imagine that how important these models are, which we have discussed. Okay, so spend time as much as you can. This is the foundation for your data science career, guys. Okay, now these are the topics you have to learn. From where you can learn this, guys. There is only one holy grail course, guys, available online, which is from Andrew Ng, who is a co-founder of Coursera, right? So there is a specialization given by him on Coursera website, guys. Machine learning specialization. There are 3 courses, I think. First one about supervised, and the third one is about unsupervised and reinforcement. So just complete that specialization, guys. I have done that and I learned a lot. Despite having masters in business analytics, I learned a lot from that particular course. So I would suggest everyone to actually go through that and learn machine learning from that. Now, guys, this was about the 3 next steps, right? So now we have covered 6 steps, which are more than enough for any data analyst, for business analyst, or business intelligence, or any type of analytics position, guys. Right? Now for data scientists, there are a lot of other tools and techniques you need to learn, which I will talk about in our upcoming parts. So like in the next video, guys, this is going to be a very important one for all the data professionals, guys, per se. So in the next video, I'll talk about the projects. What type of projects you have to do related to the machine learning, related to the data exploration part, related to the statistics, right? So different projects from the beginner level to advanced level. I'll give you the roadmap for the projects. Then the 8th step will be about preparing your resume, guys. So far you have learned all the requirement skills for data analyst position. You can start preparing your resume. You can start prepare yourself for the interviews, and a lot of tips and tricks I am going to share related to the resume as well as related to the interview, guys. Okay, and then you can start exploring the industry. So you can start posting your resume on different platforms, how you can get the internship, how you can get the job. All of those things we will discuss in the next video. And another very important skill set which we will need for the data scientist profession, and that is deep learning, guys. That is also the ninth step which is required in our data science role. Okay, so these are the three skills we are going to discuss in the next video. So by that time, stay tuned with me. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe the channel, guys. I'm spending a lot of time on creating such videos. The same thing I'm expecting from you. Spend time on these skills, guys. Comment if